back to my channel. Let's yesterday we completed the second lesson, that is Earth in globe latitudes and longitudes. Let's move into our third lesson. Third lesson we completed. Let's move into our fourth lesson, that is motions of the Earth. So when we talk about the motions of the Earth, there are mainly two things. That is, one is rotation and the second one is revolution. So rotation, what means? Already regarding the terms rotation and revolution, I given an introduction in the previous sessions. Let's look into that briefly in this session. So rotation, the first term is the rotation. So when we are talking about the rotation, the Earth rotates on its own axis. Around it is known as rotation. That means Earth rotates around its axis. Earth rotates around its axis is known as rotation. So when we are talking about the rotation, the main thing we have to note is it leads to the formation of day and night. It leads to the formation of day and night. So what happens means whenever the Earth is rotating around its axis, it takes for one rotation the Earth takes 24 hours. That means for one day it takes 24 hours. So it has the significance in our day-to-day life. Due to this only the day and night changes happens, right? So suppose consider the Earth, Sun and the Earth which is revolving around it. This is the Earth and this is the Sun. So in general, if you look means for our practical purposes, assume this Earth as a ball and the Sun as a lighted candle. So what happens when there is a rotation of the Earth around the Sun? Suppose the sunlight falls on this Earth, right? Where we are receiving the light on Earth, so the Earth is receiving the light from the Sun. Due to the Sun source, the Earth is receiving the light. So when we are considering this Earth as a one ball, so I am drawing here separately. This is a ball. So when the sun is falling on this ball at one side of the so Earth is a spherical shape that we know. That is exactly, it is known as oblate spheroid. That I explained in previous sessions, guys. So when the sunlight is falling on the one side of the spherical shape, of the Earth, what happens means this side of the Earth becomes day, and the other side which is on the other side of the Earth, it is in darkness or it is in frozen zone. That means it does not receive light. So when we divide this Earth into two parts, that is one is the day part and the second one is the dark part. So what happens means this divided circle which has the circle part is known as the circle of illumination. Is called the circle of illumination. Circle of illumination. So the circle of illumination is nothing but what it does means it is the line, the circle of illumination which divides the day from the night. So I already said that it separates the day and night. So it is dividing the day from the night. Darkness means it is the night which divides the day from the night is known as the circle of illumination. So when we are talking the circle of illumination, this is the process happening whenever the Earth is receiving the sunlight from the sun. So what happens? When you are talking about the circle of illumination, there is one point we have to remember. So suppose I consider a case. What happens if the Earth doesn't rotate? This is the Earth. It has its axis, which is imaginary. So basing on this, the Earth is rotating around its axis. That is we said as rotation. So what happens? This is day and this is night. Because it is able to, as it is spherical in shape, it is able to receive the sunlight at only one side of the spherical shape only. On the other side, it is able to receive darkness, that is night zone. So then how its day and night changes every day means due to rotation. I already said previously, Earth rotates it's on its axis, means one day it completes 24 hours. During these 24 hours we have day and we have night. So what happens means how this day and night changing means because of its rotation of the axis around the axis it is rotating. So due to this day and night occurs, right? So, but what we have to note one thing here. So, what happens? The case what we are discussing now is so what happens if Earth doesn't rotate on around its axis? Earth doesn't rotate around its axis. What happens means similarly, whenever the sun falling on this Earth on one side, that means that only it will receive the. Suppose this is the Earth, you say, and I will differentiate you for better understanding. And this is the sun. So whenever the sunlight is emitting from the sun, so it only receives the one part of the one side of the spherical shape. It only receives the light. So this is because this is only the day of our day. So whenever the sun falling on one of the spherical shape of the sun, so if it doesn't rotate, means the night will not occur. So due to this, what happens means there leads to the. So if it doesn't rotate means it will only all the day throughout the 24 hours it will be like the same one. So that only the possible of the result is only the possible of day only. So it doesn't receive that is night, that is darkness. So what happens means those who are receiving the light on one side of the sun, there is no problem. But other side I said no. This is completely feeling of darkness, that is frozen zone, which is of cold climate. So due to this they suffer so much problems and the life wouldn't possible to live in these cases. So it is very difficult if Earth doesn't rotate. That is the situation now. With this Earth doesn't rotate around its axis. Let's move into this is regarding the rotation. Let's see our second subtopic for today class, that is revolution. So when we are talking about revolution, so when I am talking about revolution, how it differs from means here the Earth rotates around the sun, that is known as the revolution, on its own orbit or axis. So in the previously, one thing we have to note is in a rotation, the circle of illumination which is there, this is the north pole and south pole, so that we are facing the 6 months night and 6 months day. Here also 6 months night and 6 months day. So this is the circle of illumination which doesn't coincide with the Earth axis. That is the one point we have to remember in the previous answer. So what happens here now means revolution means the Earth rotates around the sun. Suppose this is the sun. This is the sun. So the Earth rotates around the sun on its own axis or own plane orbit. What is plane orbit means? The plane formed by the axis of the Earth or orbit of the Earth is known as the plane orbit, orbital plane, right? So this is regarding revolution. So when we are talking about revolution, so the Earth takes, to complete one revolution around the sun, it takes 365 days. So generally we consider for our sake of convenience, we are taking as 365 days, guys. But actually the exact duration is 365 1/4 days, guys. So what happens means for 365 days, it is rotating at 24 hours. Right? For every day it takes 24 hours. Like that 365 days, it covers 24 hours. So what happens? 365 1/4 days means for 1/4 we have 6 hours. So for our better understanding and convenience, we are omitting these 6 hours. Due to for our better convenience and for our calculations, we are omitting these 6 hours. So what happens means after I am adding this 6 hours which is saved every year. After 4 years it becomes 24 hours. That means 1 day. So due to this there exists as a leap year. Due to this there exists as a leap year for every 4 years. That's why we are 1 day which is we are saving every year 6 hours. After 4 years it leads to the formation of 1 day. Correspondingly it leads to the formation of after 4 years 1 day is added into our year. So that is added in the month of February 29 days, we have one extra day is adding to 28 days. So due to this, that is leap year. So when you are talking about leap year, for general calculations, so the simple basic method we have to know is for a number, so suppose anything 366 or whatever, it should be divided by 4. Or in terms of thousands, 2000 like that means the year which is given, that should be divided by 400. So that is about the regarding the basic calculations, right? So this is about the revolution. So as I said earlier, the rotation is caused for the day and night. In the revolution, when we are talking about, it is the factor for changing the seasons. So when we are talking about seasons, there are 4 seasons we have. That is mainly summer, winter, spring, autumn. Spring, autumn. I just writing roughly friends, but you have to understand mainly concept only. For the concept only, I take more time. The words and all not matter. So that's it regarding these seasons. So how it changes means when the Earth completes one revolution around the Earth, around the Sun, so they leads to the changing seasons. Correspondingly, in these years when it is revolving around the Sun, they leads to the formation of 4 seasons in between a year. That is summer, winter, spring, autumn, which we are experiencing in our everyday lives. First we are experiencing summer, winter, autumn. We are facing in our day-to-day life. So according to the seasons and months, due to every few months, the seasons are get changed. So this is regarding evolution, guys. Some other topics in this combination of these motions of that we'll see in our next class. Let's point out GK part as usually. So today our GK part is the 5th largest island in the world is Baffin Island. Is Baffin Island. Baffin Island. So it has an area of, when I'm talking about this Baffin Island, it has an area of 5,04,000 and 450 kilometers. So when you are talking about this Baffin Island, it has its area already missing. It has its governing country, Canada. So what about this governing country in the starting of this GK part? First day itself island. I briefly, every day I elaborately explain the concept island when we are starting of the day, the GK part. So islands, when the first session I explained what is island, what is this governing country, so all I explained briefly. Guys, so it has a governing country, is by Canada. So if you have any doubts regarding this, you can watch the previous lectures by me. Next, it has a governing country by Canada and its location is in North America, and it has surrounding seas of Baffin Sea is there, and it has a Baffin Sea and Strait, Bukka Strait, Davis Strait, that is Davis Strait, not Bukka, Davis Strait, sorry. Next one is Atlantic Ocean. These are the surrounding seas. So, what is the major future regarding this Baffin Island is why this name means the Baffin itself, when you are seeing this, it is something different, right? Why this name means due to the honor of the English explorer Baffin, Sir William Baffin, they named the island as Baffin Island. That's it for today. Meet in the next class. Yours truly Teja signing off. Please like, share and subscribe my channel for more videos. Signing off. Bye.